Right. Hello, I'm Blake Melton. I'm chair of Standing Boy Inc. And this is going to be a long overdue update on the trail construction and what is going on with it and what's left to be done. So to start, pull up my notes. So we went into this bill with less idea of where we're going to end up than any other bill, partly because I think in talking with some other people, had more input on this bill. When we first started out, I had very little input. And as I've spent more time with trail builders and understood more and ridden the trails more, you're able to do a better job of sort of being the client. So a lot of like flying shoes and the way the gravity zone is, all that were ideas that hadn't sort of been looked at by professional trail builders. So we went in contracting for time, thinking there was going enough of what I thought we could do was going to be actually be feasible. And it turned out that it was. So where we're going, and gravity it's just harder to get right. It's harder to, like, I didn't exactly know what Suavies is going to look like. You got to get something like that on the ground, and then you got something concrete to sort of work with. So a little bit is it is intended to be sort of the introductory progressive jump loop. I think it's worked out really well how the top part is got very rollable, non-lippy jumps. And then there's the bailout, and then you're going to have a couple of sort of true lippy jumps. I mean, not real lippy, but for real jumps and another berm. And those berms are awesome. We don't have anything that with a radius like that's that open. They're a really cool addition too. And then we've gotten Sky Shark, which you have black, blue, black jumps, which gives us some true long ramp, steep jumps. And then what's going to be happening with Suavies is you've been out there, you've seen that we reworked the bottom, but basically we with that soil and terrain, we just got the speed slightly wrong. The top was a little too fast, and then the bottom, that berm, the soil wasn't good. The berm didn't really hold up very well. And then we had drainage issues, which just made the bottom kind of too slow. So the bottom's opened back up. We've done culverts, which will solve a lot of the drainage issue. And what's going to happen at the top is after those first two jumps, there are going to be a couple of big berms that, should be nice, like really get the bike leaned over, and have that sort of bike parkish style berms, and they should suck enough speed up that then those middle three you don't need to either absorb or brake check a little bit to not overshoot them. So starting Monday, this is Friday, May 5th. Next week, Suavies will be closed for those tweaks, and we'll go ahead and tweak the jumps, those middle jumps, the middle three a little bit too. Make them more like the other jumps, a little bit wider landings and that sort of thing. And those are the main things to cover there. The gravity zone, which is the inset here. What happened with Wildcat is the tornado came really in here, which is why there's never going to be any trail in here, because it is absolute no man's land. There is no canopy. It is full of briars. It is swampy. Like it's not a place to go. And we lost canopy around Wildcat. So then you went in and built the jumps, and you ended up with bad soil, which you kind of don't know till you dig the borrowed pits to some extent. And then you ended up with no canopy, and it was just washing bad. So what we did is we fixed up quick draw, which needed to be done anyway, and we brought in a bunch of soil, and then we capped all of Wildcat with much better clay heavy soil that'll hold up better. And then this coming winter, we're going to get some trees. We'll just plant some pine trees to have something grow quick on that hillside to try to go ahead and get some canopy over the soil. And then CC Rider is turning out great. We've got a lot of optionality up top, which is always was the idea with that area. And we took out these couple of switchbacks, so we're going to get a little bit straighter run in, so keep higher speed a little bit longer. And all that should be opening up tomorrow if the guys haven't already pulled the tape. What we did on the climb is we pulled it back into the little access road we built to get the soil in. Because look, this is very bike parky, almost skills area, short kind of, and we don't need some really pretty climb to get out of there. We can ride the road out. There is a section of the road that's steep, and that's something that we can come back and maybe add a switchback or two in there to make it a little less painful to get out. But we didn't bring the guys that are building SkyShark down here to build climbing tournaments. So we're going to let them keep going on jumps. And then we can come back and if we want to avoid a little section of the road, kind of like we did at the top of Quick Draw, we can do that later on. So those are all the updates. Please be careful on Wildcat, CC Rider, and SkyShark. The drop on Wildcat's super smooth, but it's big, and then everybody needs to treat the SkyShark jumps with respect. And Swabies, those jumps are going to get a little bit better, and it should help provide some progression into SkyShark. The hiking trails I thought turned out great. I hope people are using them. The permitting process on getting this little satellite trailhead continues to move along, and hopefully that will be coming soon. We're getting signatures on some agreements regarding management, and I hope the next one of these will be walking through all how things are going to sort of work and what the long-term maintenance management plan does. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I hope to see you on the trails.